today we have gathered here to discuss how you can build a career in cybersecurity and land those jobs.
But before we begin the session, make sure to subscribe to our channel and also hit on the bell icon so that you will never miss an update from us.
So today's agenda is sevenfold, and we'll be starting off with a brief introduction to what is cybersecurity, where we'll discuss what it is and get a brief introduction on what it looks like. From there, we'll move on and talk about what is the average salary of the cybersecurity specialist so that you understand how much they're getting paid and you get a figure in your mind about how much you can expect when you are entering this field. And after that, we'll talk about the companies that are hiring for cybersecurity right now. So even in this period of COVID-19, there's been a lot of hiring for cybersecurity specialists, and we'll be discussing that in the third section. From there, we'll move on and talk about what are the various job roles inside of cybersecurity, where we'll discuss different career paths and what their day-to-day looks like and what that job is, and we'll discuss that in the fourth section. After that, we'll see a sample job description for cybersecurity given by a very top-rated company, and we'll discuss what that is, and we'll discuss that in the fifth section. After that, we'll talk about what are those skills which are required to become a cybersecurity specialist. So in order to land those jobs across different job roles, what are the skills which you are looking at in order to become a cybersecurity specialist? And after that, we'll discuss about the learning path, about how you can go about and learn those skills which are required to become a cybersecurity specialist. So that is about the agenda, guys. I hope that is very clear to you. So without wasting any further time, let's just get into the session. So what is cybersecurity? So by definition, cybersecurity is a field of computer science that deals with the protection of networks, devices, programs, and data from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. You can think of cybersecurity as a set of protocols which are just there to save the integrity of your data, to make sure that no one else can have it, and make sure that in between when you are sending the data, no one else gets to tamper it. So it's just basically a security against any kind of threat to the digital information that you have. That is what basically cybersecurity is. So let's move along and talk about the average salary of the cybersecurity specialist. So these people who are working in this field for protecting our data, their average salary in numbers looks like, in USA, if you are a cybersecurity specialist, you're looking at a figure of around $102,000. And if you're in India, you're looking at an average base of 8.25, although this number seems very less right now. Most of the cybersecurity specialists are paid a lot more than that. And the job roles which you get decide what kind of an average salary you're getting. So as you go along with more experience, you get more money. The more skills that you have, the different kind of job role that you have, and the different responsibilities that you get you the bigger numbers and get you in the bigger field for that matter. And if you're in UK, you are looking at a figure of around £78,000. So that is the figures. And the companies which are hiring for cybersecurity specialists in this time of quarantine as well are the industry giants, and you must recognize almost all of these images which are there on the screen, all of these logos. So you can start from the left hand side corner, all of your social media websites, everybody, may it be LinkedIn, Instagram, WhatsApp, or Twitter, or anyone else, whoever has an online presence in terms of business, are looking for people in cybersecurity. So those are the companies there, and there are other big names who again hire for cybersecurity. Top names would be Mu Sigma, IBM, Oracle, Siemens, Skype, Google, Adobe, Ola, or basically any app which you see on the internet, or which is basically a company who is posting some kind of an e-commerce or anything of that sort, will be having cybersecurity specialists to protect their business and protect their consumers from any kind of cyber breach, may it be their data or may it be their conversation or anything that anyone is eavesdropping or anything like that. These are the companies who will be looking to hire cybersecurity specialists. So you can imagine the amount of openings which are out there, because they're almost all of the every day that you live, day-to-day life, everything that you use is some way, some form related to internet anywhere. From you ordering food online through Swiggy, Zomato, or any other food app, to you buying groceries from Big Basket or Grofers. Every company will have cybersecurity specialists, and it comes down to texting to your loved ones through WhatsApp or any other app that you're using, or Facebook, or watching your YouTube videos. Everything comes for cybersecurity. So everybody is hiring for cybersecurity. That's why it is a very much in demand field. So far we have discussed about how much money you will get and what cybersecurity is. But the major thing that we wanted to discuss here are the different job roles which are there in cybersecurity. Because as you know, there is no linear path to a successful career in cybersecurity. Most of the people enter the security field straight out of college, or they might do a transition from another IT or another job role that they have. But no matter where you start, all cybersecurity career begins with a general IT experience, and you need to understand basically how the technology works before you even can begin to secure it. You must understand how you have to work with that how that particular technology works. Only then you can go about, okay, this is how it works and this is how it might be vulnerable, and this is what we can do to protect it. So before even you start protecting it, you need to understand about the technology that you are going to protect, and that's why you must have some IT presence in order to work for any of these job roles that we are talking about, right? So let's quickly jump on and talk about the different job roles which are out there. So there are several job roles, and we are going to be classifying the four of the major roles which are out there. So we'll be beginning with security architect, and then we'll move on and talk about security consultant, and then there is ethical hacker, and then there is security analyst. So a security architect is basically someone who is tasked with designing, building, and implementation of network and computer security for an organization. Security architects are responsible for creating complex security structures and ensuring that they function very properly. They design the security systems to combat different kinds of malwares, different types of hackers intrusions, or maybe DDoS attacks. So basically, these people are the people who design how the your application will be interacting with different things through different protocols. They decide which protocols has to be there, which subnet to go, and everything. So the entire architecture of your security domain is done by the security architect. And in United States, these people earn an average salary of around $118,000, and with more experience you get better at it. So if you are working as a cybersecurity architect, you will be required to plan, research, and design durable security architects for various IT projects that you have. You will be developing requirements for networks, firewalls, routers, and different things related to the network devices. You will be performing vulnerability testing, security assessments, and risk analysis. And finally, you will be tasked with a research and implementation of the latest security standards like 256 SHA, and different security standards are there for different things. So you need to research upon how to implement those and the new security standards which are there, and you have to follow the best practices and stuff like that. And every part of it is basically the job of a security architect. The next job that comes is the security consultant. Now, the security consultant is basically is a catch-all cybersecurity expert, right? These people assess the cybersecurity risks, problems, and solutions for various different organizations, and they guide them in protecting the security as well as physical capital and the data that they have. So you can think about it as it is similar to the word consultant is there. So these people basically are the people who are called by different organizations to look at their preemptive or primitive given security standards which they have, and they are asked to tell if they see any vulnerabilities, or they are asked to consult about how we can go about in creating our own and what are the different standards that we need to have. So these people have to be the experts in the field of cybersecurity to in order to deliver the best knowledge to various different organizations which are working. Not all the organizations which is out there are very expert in cybersecurity. Some are very some people have very small businesses. They don't really care about that much in depth about cyber security. They don't know it, so that's why they hire security consultants who come up and help them set up the networks that they need in order to have their own environment very safe. So these security consultants need to be very flexible and savvy, as they deal with a wide range of variables when they're assessing this security system across various diverse companies and the industries, because they're working with different kinds of industries, different kinds of companies. There will be different security standards involved, so they need to be flexible and they need to understand the whole picture at once, so that they can consult in those people in a better manner, so that the end result is um, a secure one for that matter. So as a security consultant, your daily tasks may include determining the best ways to protect the computers, networks, data, and information systems from potential attacks. You'll be performing again the vulnerability test and security assessments. You'll be interviewing staff and department heads to uncover the security issues. So you'll be talking to everyone about if they know about some potential breach or how did that happen, and you will interview across the people to understand what your security system looks like and how vulnerable it is. And then you will be testing security solutions using industry standard analysis methods, and you'll be providing technical supervision and guidance to a security team. As a consultant, your task is to guide them through the way of reaching cyber security, right? Then the next job role which comes on the hand is of the ethical hacker. Now, ethical hacker is basically someone who is a penetration tester, you can call him as well. So basically, the job of these people is to find the weakness in your IT systems, right? May it be your networks or applications, whatever. Using the same knowledge and tactics that a cyber criminal hacker would do. So their job is similar to someone who is trying to hack you, but they are doing it for ethical reasons, so that they don't hack you for the reasons that they want money from you. They hack you and find the vulnerability of the system so that your company can work upon it and make their entire infrastructure more secure. So these people find the bugs or the different things which are vulnerable inside system and report it for you, so that you can be more secure. So penetration testers generally use a series of tools to simulate real life cyber attack. They identify the weak spots and they help the organizations improve their security posture. The average salary of a penetration tester in USA is around $80,000, and many penetration testers and ethical hackers uh, uh, have a very similar job role. So, as a penetration tester, you will be expected to perform penetration analysis on the web application, networks, and computer system. You will be asked to uncover the security holes and pinpoint the methods of attackers and different things that they can use to exploit the weaknesses in your system. So you have to uncover those things as well. Then you will have to research, document, and discuss the findings with the management and the IT team. So whoever is there, you need to tell them about your findings. Okay, these are the vulnerabilities which we saw, and this is the way you might be able to improve it. And after that, you'll be tasked with designing and the implementation of new penetration tools and tests, so that you can check for more vulnerabilities. And if there is some new kind of attack of any if anyone has created, then you need to be well versed with it, so that you are ready for those kinds of attacks as well.
Just a quick info, guys. If you want to make a career in cybersecurity, then Intellipaat has a post graduation certification in cybersecurity and ethical hacking by ENICT Academy, MNIT Jaipur. This course is of very high quality and cost effective, as it is taught by MNIT professors and industry experts.
And then finally, there is a job of a security analyst. So these people are basically the people who are involved with your IT infrastructure. They go through the logs and everything, and they tell you if there is some potential breach which has happened right now. So they can tell it through various different ways. They can, for example, if there is a DDoS attack on your system, so your uh, CPU usage would plummet or it will go high, and the CPU usage will go high, or there will be some storage problems causing or something like that. So the job of the security analyst is to go through the system, look through the details, crunch the numbers, and find out if there was any potential breach at some given point of time, or if someone tried to breach you at some point of time and fail. So the both of those things, and how they were trying to do it. So the analyst is job is to find out if there was anything happening which was fishy. So that is basically the job of the security analyst. So these are the various different job roles across the domains that you can apply for if you're looking to become a cybersecurity specialist. Let's see a job description stating the same. So this is a job description of a penetration tester given by Cisco. So basically the job description includes performing of penetration tests on web applications, uncover the security holes, and pinpoint the methods used by the attackers to exploit the system, research documents, and discuss the findings with the IT department. And the same thing as I mentioned before. So these are the job in the job description of the penetration testers. You'll find similar things across the domains, because these people will be expected to uh, find different ways to get through your system, so that when, let's say, a potential hacker someday tries to attack you in a similar fashion, they won't be able to do it because you have covered your tracks before by doing penetration testing. So that is the job description, guys, let's move on and talk about the skills that you will be needing in order to become a cybersecurity specialist. So, in order to become a cybersecurity specialist, the first and the foremost thing that you need to have is some IT background. And for having that IT background, you must understand programming and scripting. So, as you would have seen, a lot of people do in various web series. Although I would say that is not a very accurate representation of what how lives look like as an ethical hacker or penetration tester, but the programming part remains. So you need to have a very good understanding of how programming works, how algorithm works, how different systems are designed, how scripting is done, and basically the basic understanding of the infrastructure of IT is very, very, very important if you are looking to become a cybersecurity specialist. Then you need to understand different network protocols. So there are different standard protocols which are out there, and many different protocols work in different ways. There is aloha protocol, there's a lot of different things. Then there are hashing standards which you have to follow, and a lot of different things. So by network protocols, I basically mean you must understand the different security standard things which are out there, different network protocols which are out there, how systems communicate with one another, and how you can make them secure. So understanding the different layers of protocols which are followed as well is also very important when it comes to cybersecurity. And understanding those will basically allow you to understand how the system is communicating with one another, because not many times you just need to penetrate the system. Sometimes people can hijack your data midway, like for example, if I send a packet from my end to the other end of the server, there could be someone listening on the way and they can tamper with the data. So you need to be secure that by even transferring the data in the pathway, there is no one listening or no one trying to gain some data from the information which is being sent. So that is why it is very important to understand different network protocols as well. And then you will be expected to do penetration testing, and there are various different tools that you can do for doing so. Nmap is a good example of it, and they use various different variety of tools are out there. So depending on the use case, different kinds of penetration testing can be done, and sometimes as simple as DDoS attacks sometimes work. So you need to be well versed with that as well. And once you understand how the penetration testing works, you need to be ready for these attacks. So there's one job where you prepare your system for it, and then there is another job to detect if anyone is trying to attack your system, right? So the penetration testing, network protocols and everything, you do it beforehand to make your system secure. But let's say if we were attacked, in those cases we need to find it as soon as possible before they do major amount of damage, right? So before they hit us with the damage, we need to detect their intrusion beforehand, before they get very deep into the system and extract very valuable information from us. So for doing that, also for doing intrusion detection, there's a lot of different things which are out there. A lot of softwares are available, and you can use various different kinds of metrics to understand if they have intruded your data in some form or the other. For that, again, you need to understand intrusion detection. And then there is something called as a malware analysis. So basically there's a lot of lot of softwares which are out there which can infect your system, and infecting one system can even infect your entire network security standards. And to understand how these malwares work and warn your team beforehand, okay, these things might affect your system, and you have to be ready for it. So an understanding of how they can attack your system is also very important before you go ahead and secure your system, right? So understanding of those different softwares which basically infect your system is very, very necessary if you're aiming to become a cybersecurity specialist. So that is about the skill, guys. So let's quickly jump on and talk about how you can go and learn about cybersecurity. So the learning path of cybersecurity is fairly straightforward. So you can learn about programming and scripting first and foremost, and then you learn about the network security protocols. Then you understand the common security threats which are out there. Then you learn to develop a security scheme which can save you from the common security threats and stuff like that. And once you are ready with all of those, then you get certified yourself. So you go ahead and you get yourself certification. So there are a lot of different certifications which are out there. You can apply for those and you can get yourself certified. And a certified personnel is more likely to land a job than in cybersecurity than someone who does not, because this field is again about getting the people who are best in securing the systems and who is more better or qualified than people who are actually certified in certain domains to lead that part, right? So once you get certified, you can go ahead and apply jobs and land yourself a cybersecurity job and be in the world where you protect people from getting attacked. As you probably know, we at Intellipaat, we are a very customer centric company, and we understand that an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. That is why we offer a lot of free content for use to that across various different domains, so that a wide variety of audience can enjoy the content and learn about new different things and get ready for certification exams, industry, or just improve their knowledge for that matter. So we provide a lot of free content on technical stuff in the form of blogs as well as the YouTube channel. So if you are an avid reader, you can go ahead and search any blogs for your reading through Intellipaat, and you can learn about different things like data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, SAP, cyber security, big data, Hadoop, or maybe business intelligence tools. We cover everything in the blogs. And if you're interested in more of the watching video side of things, and if you want video tutorials, here in Intellipaat we provide a lot of free video tutorials on our YouTube channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to us, and we provide sometimes 10 hours long free content, so you can go ahead and learn about different technologies. You can find our Python tutorials and whatnot, where we provide a lot of free content for our subscribers and our community, so that they are up to scratch with all the technologies which are out there. Apart from both of these, we have started a new thing, which is Intellipaat community as well. This is the place where you can come and get answered. So if you have any technical doubts or theoretical doubts for that matter, you can come out to the Intellipaat community. You can ask your questions, and we have a very active community base. Thanks to all of you guys who are watching and working with us in the community. People come and ask questions, and people themselves, they come out of nowhere and they answer and clear the doubts. We ourselves clear the doubts as well. So if you have any technical doubts, you can go ahead in the Intellipaat community and ask your questions and get answered.
Just a quick info, guys. If you want to make a career in cybersecurity, then Intellipaat has a post-graduation certification in cybersecurity and ethical hacking by ENICT Academy, MNIT Jaipur. This course is of very high quality and cost effective, as it is taught by MNIT professors and industry experts.